Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty playing some Ravenloft Dreamscape. Alright, we're here in the Svalage Woods, and apparently we're making our way toward a town called Borovia. Looks like they have a problem with a vampire. We're gonna go over and see if we can help them out with that problem. Alright, well, let's go. Alright, here we are in the village of Borovia. Let's see, what does it say? Many of the buildings in the village ahead have been abandoned and are in various states of disrepair. The remaining inhabited buildings look like they were recently fortified, with boards nailed across windows and strengthened doors. Let's take a look at the map. Alright, we're right over here. Ahead of us on the road we have a place called Bildrath's Mercantile, and Blood of the Vine Tavern, Mad Mary's Townhouse, Road to the Western Woods, a church, and a cemetery, and the Burgomaster's home. I think that's probably where we need to go to. Well, first things first though, let's just go down the damn street here and see what we got going on. What is this sign? Faded sign. Does it say anything? The sign is too faded to read, and the once impressive building has fallen into a state of disrepair. You cannot make out what this store once sold, but it's plain that anything of value had been gutted from the building years ago. Oh, Tara and Dart just said something. This town seems so desolate. What a depressing place. Callanan Clothiers. The sign hangs loosely on the post and is badly in need of fresh paint. Judging by the sign, as well as the dilapidated state of the building, it's obvious that this store has been out of business for years. And here's Bildrath's Mercantile. General provisions, find weapons and armor. Alright, well, let's go check this place. Well, at least there's somebody alive in here. Here we have Bildrath and Periwimple. And Bildrath just said, "Welcome to my establishment, stranger. Bildrath is here to serve all your shopping needs." Alright, let's go see what he's got. Let's see what he's got for sale. Wow, these prices seem... Yeah, they are. Damn, full plate plus one for 23,000. Wow. I got my suit at full plate plus one in the other town for a quarter of that price. Other than that, he doesn't have anything too spectacular. What's he got for weapons? A couple plus one plus two stuff. Other than that, nothing else. He's got some healing potions. Wow, are these expensive? 1,600 gold for a potion to cure critical. Wow. Alright, I think I'm gonna pass on that. Okay. Let's see if Periwimple says anything.
Well, now.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Okay, apparently there's nothing else in here. Let's get out of here. Alright, moving on. Blood on the Vine. A close inspection reveals that the sign originally said Blood of the Vine Tavern, but the F has been scratched in with an N and now reads Blood on the Vine. Yeah, what's that back there? Some coffins. Well, let's check this place out next. Blood of the Vine. Here's a gypsy. Find someone else to talk to. And some more gypsies. Eric, the bartender. Let's talk to him.
Greetings.
What do you want? I have ale, wine, and Borovian fire whiskey. Tell me about this town. There's nothing to tell. I just serve drinks. Okay. Who's this? Ismark the Lesser. What's this guy all know?
What do you want?
What do you want, stranger? This town doesn't seem very friendly. We've had our troubles, but they don't concern you. I'd advise you to get out of town at first light and go back the way you came. We're adventurers and we've been known to deal with problems in the past. Whatever troubles this town has, perhaps we can help. The man eyes you over warily. Did you get the letter? You mean this letter? Show him the elegant letter. The man's eyes widen as he looks at the letter in your hands. This is not the letter my father wrote. How did you get this? What do you mean? My name is Ismark. Kolyan Indirovich is my father. 2 weeks ago he wrote and sent a letter of warning by courier. The wording in this letter is similar, but this is not my father's handwriting. Someone must have forged this. I also found this letter on a corpse in the woods to the east. Show him the crumpled letter. Ismark looks at the crumpled letter. This is the letter my father wrote and sent. I recognize his handwriting. Ismark sits in silent contemplation for a moment before speaking again. This is much to ask of outsiders. I would not normally ask, but it seems whoever forged the fake letter had a reason to bring you here, and you're likely as trapped as the rest of us. Go on. All this is connected to the devil Strahd somehow, I'm sure of it. He's taken an interest in my sister Irina, and he's involved you for some reason through this forged letter. I'm asking you for help in protecting my sister. Who is this devil Strahd? Ismark pauses momentarily, then nervously looks about while making a superstitious gesture of warding with his hand. It's best not to speak of such things here. Will you follow me to my house to continue this discussion? Lead the way. Okay, so it looks like he just joined us. Let's see, journal update. I met Ismark, son of the Burgomaster, in the Blood of the Vine tavern. I showed him both letters in my possession. He acknowledged that his father had sent out a letter of warning which he identified as the crumpled letter. He insists that the elegant letter is not of his father's handwriting. Ismark asked me for help in protecting his sister, the Irina mentioned in the letters. I've agreed to go to the Burgomaster's house with him to find more. Okay. Alright, I guess we're done in here. Let's get out of here. Well, Ismark just said something. My house is just to the south of here, at the end of the road. Yeah, that's this place down here, it looks like. Well, since he's with us, we might as well go ahead and knock this out and see what happens. Let's see. Doesn't look like there's anything else over here. That's it, just ahead. Yep. Well, there's something back there. Faint wagon tracks. Well, let's go in here and deal with this. A young female voice. Who's out there? And Ismark said, It's me, Irina, open up. These people are here to help. Ismark? Give me a second to unlock the door. Nope, Ismark just left us here. The scent of incense is almost overpowering here, but underneath it, there's a hint of the sickly sweet smell of rotting meat. Okay. Well, we got a couple doors and a chest over here, but let's talk to these guys first and see what's going on. Oh, this place looks pretty fancy. Ismark and Irina.
What do you want?
Thank you for coming with me. This is my sister Irina. Why is so much incense being burned here? It's our father, Kolyan. He's been dead for nearly a week, but the villagers have been too afraid to help us bury the body. We've locked the door to his room and burned incense to cover the smell, but there's little else we can do. Maybe you two had better start from the beginning. Borovia has always been a cursed land. Creatures of the forest are more feral than normal, and for an unknown reason some people seem to die a slow death, as if their health was being drained slowly. We Borovians are a hardy lot, though. We've learned to live with such conditions. A month ago it got worse. Wild creatures and other things started terrorizing the village at night. You've seen how frightened the villagers are, how the streets are deserted as soon as the sun sets. The attacks have focused on this house. We've done everything we could think of to no avail. Even Father Donovich's holy powers were unable to stop the attacks. Our father died a week ago. The stress of the nightly attacks was too much for him, and his heart just gave out under the strain. Strangely, the animals have not attacked since. They're still out there, though, watching the town from the edges of the forest. Ismark, you spoke of a Devil Strahd before. How does that tie in? The Devil Strahd, Count Strahd von Zarovich, has been a lord of these lands for as long as anyone can remember. I remember my grandfather telling tales of how his grandfather saw Strahd as a young boy. Few people have ever seen him at all, and then only at night. All of us Borovians believe he's responsible for the state of the land somehow, but there's no proof, and none who went to Castle Ravenloft to confront him have returned. We've suffered under his rule in silence for generations, but now it seems that he may have taken on active interest in Irina. I beg you, brave adventurers, find a way to save my sister and rid the land of its curse. I don't know whether Strahd really is interested in me, but many of the villagers believe that to be so. This is not your problem. You have no obligation to deal with it, but if you can find it in your heart to help us, you will have our eternal gratitude. I've been led here for a purpose unknown to me, and it seems like the Strahd plays a role in that as well. I'll get to the bottom of this for both your sakes, and for my own purposes. Alright, anything do? Next step is to go to Castle Ravenloft, Strahd's seat of power. May be able to find out more about Strahd and this land's problems there.
What do you want?
Good luck, adventurer. Well, let's take a look around, see if there's anything in here. What do we have here in the armoire? The topaz. Might as well grab it. What do we have in here? Some gold and a potion of cure critical. We'll take that. That'll probably come in handy. And we got another armoire over here. Let's take a quick look in here. A little bit of gold. And we have a chest back here. And a little more gold. Oh, this place looks pretty nice, man. And one more door here. Oh, this must be where their father's locked up. The door's locked. Let's see if we can pick it. Probably won't be able to, but let's give it a shot. Nope, specific keys required. So. Alright. Well, let's get out of here. Alright, let's do a little bit of exploring to see if there's anything back over here somewhere. Let's see, can't get into any of these buildings over here, it looks like. Nothing back here. But this has got me curious back here. What is this? Faint wagon tracks. Does this go somewhere or what? Let's check it out. Faint wagon tracks stretch off into the distance. Judging by their appearance, the path does not seem to have been used in years. Okay. Alright, nothing else over here. Let's take a look at a map. Let's go down this road right here and see if there's anything interesting over here, and then I guess we can head up toward Mad Mary's townhouse here, and then from there go up to this church. see. Doesn't look like we can get into any of these buildings over here. Yeah, nothing here. Alright, let's see if we can squeeze through here. Nothing over there. Road to the western Svalich Woods. Okay, is this Mad Mary's place? Yep, let's go check this out next. Mad Mary's townhouse. Alright, pretty dark in here. Nobody's here though, but there is a stairway going up. Let's go check this out. Okay, there's Mad Mary. Let's see what she's got to say. Gone! Gone! What's gone? She's gone! He took her. I know it. Calm down and tell me who's gone. I kept her safe for her whole life, but now she's gone out and he's taken her to his castle. Who? And who took her? Give me back my Gertruda. Can you tell me anything else? Gertruda. Okay. I met a woman named Mad Mary in town. She seems crazed with grief, and all she could talk about was how he had taken her Gertruda away. Okay, does she say anything else? Nope. Well, she's got a chest. Let's look in here. We got some bolts. Might as well grab them. Doesn't look like she's too concerned about us taking anything. And a little bit of gold.
What do you need?
Alright, nothing else in here.
Well, now.
Well, let's get out of here.
What do you want?
Okay. Alright, let's explore the rest of the town first, and then we'll continue on. Yeah, let's go toward the church next. Okay. Could have just went straight down the road, you know. Alright, and we have some coffins. What do we have here? Empty. Empty. Oh, what the hell? People hanging in the trees here. Empty. Damn. That's not a good sign. Alright, here's a church. There's another transition back there. Dark Forest Path. And I'm assuming that's the cemetery. Yep. Well, let's go in this church next. And Father Donovich. And Dart just said something. This is a church? It looks barely more than a shack. Doesn't look too bad to me. Well, let's see, what's back here? Got a couple containers back here we can check out. Got some bolts. Bolts of fire. The leadership of Neverwinter. And a bookcase. What's on this thing? A quick perusal shows that these shelves hold books related to religion, as well as myth and folklore. Books on vampires and werewolves seem to be particularly prominent. Alright, let's talk to Donovich here. The priest at the altar is so intent on his prayers that he does not appear to have noticed your approach.
Hello to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You startled me. My apologies. Of course. You are a foreigner, are you not? Borovia is a small village. New faces tend to stand out. Yes, I'm an adventurer here to see if I can do something about the problems afflicting this land. I applaud your sentiments, but I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. You're not the first adventurer to come to these lands. At any rate, is there anything I can help you with? What's going on with this village? Many buildings have been abandoned and the rest have been fortified. You must understand that Borovia has always had a share of troubles. Some villagers even believe the land is cursed. but lately, things have been worse than normal. It started about a month ago when wolves came out of the forest at night and attacked the village. Night after night they kept coming. Then, as suddenly as it started, the attacks stopped about a week ago. The wolves are still out there, though, prowling around the edges of the forest. You can see them lurking sometimes. The villagers are frightened and won't leave their homes anymore once the sun begins to set. I've been praying daily for some divine guidance, but it doesn't seem to help. The only thing my prayers have to accomplish is getting the wolves to leave the church itself alone. I see. What can I help you with? Can you tell me something about the villagers? Bildrath owns the only store still running if you need to buy supplies. He's really a good man, but ruthless when it comes to money and profit. Eric runs the tavern across the street, but he's not much of a talker. Yeah, we know about Bildrath. Mary, a sad story she has. She had a daughter, Gertruda, the sweetest and most innocent child you've ever seen. Mary kept her daughter hidden in her house the girl's entire life to protect her. But the girl broke out weeks ago, and no one's seen her since. Mary hasn't been the same since. Kolyan Indirovich was the village burgomaster. His family has held the position for generations, but he was one of the best, a good man with a kind heart. He always did what he could to help the other villagers. Shame he died a week ago. What can you tell me about the history of this land? Borovia was founded over 300 years ago. Strad von Zarovich took control of this valley with a mercenary army. He brought his family here to settle and named the land after his father. The histories are not clear at this point, but something happened which resulted in the death of Strad's brother Sergei. Since then, Strad's ruled this land. 300 years? How has he lived for so long? That's a good question. I've never really thought about it. No one in the village has, I suppose. It's just the way things are. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Now that you mention it, yes. I wonder if perhaps... What is it? The strange thing is, I happened to be checking through the church library a week ago, and there are no books on Borovia's history at all. I remember several had been stolen or lost, but that doesn't account for all the books. It also seems strange that it's the only history books that are missing. That is strange indeed. Perhaps there's some plan behind it all. I feel awkward asking, but perhaps the gods have brought you here for a purpose. Would you be willing to help me recover some of the books? I'm just a poor village priest, but I'll try to compensate you for your services the best I can. What can I do? There are 2 particular books from the history section that I believe we may be able to recover. If memory serves, the first was stolen several years ago by a hermit who lives deep in the woods. You can find him by taking the path north of the church. Let me mark it on your map. Why didn't you go recover the book yourself? Well, forgiveness is a virtue. It was just a history book of no real importance, so I didn't think much of it until I realized that all the church's history books had gone missing. My duties to the village also keep me busy here much of the time. I'll go see what I can do. Alright. Another quest. Borovia's Path. I gotta go ahead to a hermit's place and recover some books there. Okay, I guess we're done here. Alright, so I'm assuming that Dark Forest path is where we need to go to... Yep. Path to Hermit's Forest Dwelling. Yeah, that's where we gotta go to find them books, I guess. And we have the cemetery here. Okay, but we are running up on time, so we better go ahead and do a quick save here.